Hello, welcome to another edition of Nick's Friction Zone. Today we're going to talk about crashes. We're going to talk about crashes, stats, and a specific report that was published last year in 2023 by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which stands for NHTSA, basically. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm not a, I'm not really my day job is not to blog. As you can see, my blogs are pretty low production. I just do this because I love motorcycles and I just love everything about the community, and I just want to help out and be a contributor. But really, my daytime job is to be a programmer. So as a programmer, I deal with data a whole lot. And my suspicion is that for many of you guys as well, you may have other types of jobs, whatever it may be, and you may be interested in data just to see what numbers and stats may pop up that are specific and helpful for us to become a better rider and to be a safer rider. So again, NHTSA, it's a government agency by the Department of Transportation here in the United States. They published a report last year that contains some very interesting numbers that are specific to the motorcycle community. I'm gonna post a link to the report on the description of this video if you're interested in checking out later. But if you don't have time, let me just try to summarize here some of the things that I found really quick. I thought it might be of interest to you. Okay, so these are hard numbers. This is very objective. There's no, I didn't fudge the numbers. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, this is as real as it gets. It's very objective. It's the data. Okay, if you have a problem with this data, don't have a problem with me. Have a problem with the Department of Transportation. Okay, so a couple of things that I found is motorcyclists accounted for 14.6% of all traffic fatalities in 2023, despite making up only 3% of all registered vehicles. So what is this trying to say? There's not a lot of motorcycles out there. Motorcycles only represent about 3% of all vehicles on the road. But out of the 3%, even the 3% make up for 14.6% of total fatalities. That's a very disproportionate number if you think about it. So it just means even though there's not a lot of motorcycle riders, they result in a lot of fatalities overall. Okay, keep in mind these are 2022 numbers because it was a report that was published in 2023. Okay, so I understand it's a little bit behind, but still, it's worth reviewing and thinking about it. All right, so that's one. Second, the fatality rate for motorcyclists decreased by 16% in 2022, a result of a 21% increase of miles traveled. What does that mean? Okay, so even though first of all, like I said, there's not a lot of motorcycle riders out there on the road, but for the motorcycle riders, they do represent a large number of fatalities overall, 14.6%, like I mentioned. But within those 14.6% of riders, the total number of fatalities decreased by 16%. That's a good number. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's not a lot of motorcycle riders on the road, okay, but the few of them do represent a large number of deaths on the road. But even with that, the number has decreased. Okay, so we're doing better, whatever it may be. Maybe we're riding better gear. As you know, people starting to ride those inflatable devices, vests and pants, whatever. I don't know, they're being more careful. Maybe it's the technology on a motorcycle, ABS, people are being more careful. Car technology is also improving. with lane assist, whatever it may be. Thankfully, the number is still high, but it's coming down slowly. Okay, it decreased in the year of 2022 by 16%. I'm really interested to see how the number will progress in the next coming years ahead. Okay, so that's that. Hopefully, I didn't make it too complicated. But basically, we're doing better. Okay, less people, less motorcycle riders are dying on the road compared to the years prior. Okay. All right. So, what's another thing here to keep in mind? Licensing. Of the motorcycle operators involved in fatal crashes in 2022, 35% did not have valid motorcycle licenses. Okay, so I think that number is a little bit too high. So that tells me if you just take those numbers as is, it means that 3 out of 10 motorcycle riders on the road today may not have licenses. Are you one of them? Why don't you get a license? Is there like a legal issue that's preventing you from getting a license? If you get a license, it means not only you paid your dues by taking the test, but there's a good chance that you took the MSF class, and you're not just biking for the hell of it. Because bikers know, right? It's a little bit difficult to get caught by the cops because you're in a motorcycle, but you should get a license. Okay, why not? Okay, are you financially not in good standing to pay for the DMV fees? Get a license. Okay, here's one stat that I thought was important to note. The majority of motorcycle fatalities occur in urban areas. That's 66% during good weather. Okay, and during the daytime. All right. So it's no surprise to me that the majority of fatalities occur in urban areas. That's because there are more people. Okay. It's also not a surprise that the majority happens in good weather and on the daytime, because face it, that's when people ride the most. People usually won't ride a motorcycle unless the weather is nice. Like, do you see people riding when it's raining or in the nighttime when it's raining? Not too much, right? But still, on the flip side, I think this is worth taking into account, because it means that not the fact that you are on good weather and you are on daylight doesn't mean that you're going to be free and safe from accidents. Okay, accidents will occur regardless of the weather and what time you're riding that on. You just have to be more careful. Okay, let's talk a little bit about we're almost done. I hope this is not boring you to death. I know this is not the most exciting thing to talk about. We could be talking about rides in the PCH, or talking about techniques on how to ride a bike, but we should talk about this. All right, so one thing that I want to talk about is helmets. Okay, I know some people are very allergic to helmet usage, but just hear me out. Okay, here's one thing here to note. Okay, helmet use among motorcyclists traveling in light traffic decreased significantly from 59% to 35.5% in 2022. What does that mean? Surprisingly, I don't know why. You tell me. Surprisingly, in light traffic conditions, there's been reported less number of people wearing their helmets. Okay, I get it. It's a very nice day out there. You're enjoying the wind. You're just cruising. You're just enjoying yourself, and maybe you don't want to wear the helmet because, I don't know, you're like riding on the beach. You want to look cool. You're heading to like a bike meet, whatever. Yeah, but that's what's happening. And so this number, it's actually increasing, or getting worse rather, right? There's more people not riding helmets on a nice day. I thought that was a little bit surprising. Okay, another important fact, another fact here that I notice is use of non-compliant motorcycle helmets among motorcyclists traveling on surface streets increased significantly. Okay, what does that mean? People, number of people riding non-DOT compliant helmets have increased. That actually kind of makes sense to me, because when I'm here in LA, I live in Los Angeles. It's a very urban environment, and I actually see a lot of scooter riders, and some scooter riders are kind of outrageous. Yo, if you ride a scooter, tell me tell me why you're doing this. I see a lot of people riding scooters on like bicycle helmets, no gloves, just shorts, low top shoes, no protection whatsoever. Okay, why are you doing this? So maybe this is because you know that you're not riding as fast. Well, those riders do constitute a portion of the stats. So that may be an explanation of why the number of riders with non-DOT helmets are increasing. Okay, that's all I have for today. Again, I know this is not a sexy topic, but I just felt that it was important to talk about. You know, the motorcycle season is upon us. There's more people riding bikes, but you know, the dangers are still there. I just encourage us all to be safe, safe out there, but enjoy yourself as well. Okay, this is all I have for today. I'm done blabbing about. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully I'll have some motorcycle content where we can share it together. Until next time, take care. Bye.